that my ex was gay through Cash App. And before I get into how I even got down to the whole Cash App thing, I want to start with giving you guys a backstory on just him as an individual and why I had suspicions of him being gay from the beginning. So when I first got with Joey, we gonna call him Joey. When I first got with Joey, everything was cool. Like, I had no suspicions whatsoever. Also, I was much younger and I could not clock if somebody was gay or not. Like, I feel like now that I'm older, I can clock it way better than I could when I was younger. I don't even think I had the ability to clock it at all. So anyways, we were together or whatever, and he would do certain things that at the time I didn't think was gay, but now that I'm older, I'm like, that's so like sassy. So he would talk about all of his friends. He was gossiping about everybody. He always compared himself to everybody. It was like he wanted to be the baddest bitch in the room at all times. He would even compete with me. Like, it was very weird. And so moving forward, we ended up breaking up like 2 years in. And I started hanging out more. Like, when I was with him, I wasn't going out. I just disconnected from my friends. So anyways, I had broke up with him after 2 years, and I had reconnected with one of my high school friends. And I did have suspicions of him being gay towards the end. And that was just because of how sassy he was with the gossiping and and the competition. So I was like, I had these suspicions. So I had talked to my friend. We can call her Ray. So I was sitting down talking to my friend Ray, and I was like, Ray, I have suspicions of him like being gay. And Ray is going to look at me and she's going to be like, you don't remember, like, there was a whole rumor that he had in college about him getting some top from this guy in college, this openly gay man in college. I'm like, no, I did not know that. And why didn't you ever tell me? I know we disconnected from each other, but when I first got with Joey, she did not say anything about him. I'm ashy, hold on. She didn't say anything about that rumor from college. So I'm like, okay, girl, so you saw me with this guy knowing that there was this rumor. So anyways, she ended up telling me the story about how in college there was this openly gay guy, and his name was Peaches, and that was his true name. His name was Peaches. And this is no shade to anybody gay. Like, I have multiple gay friends. I don't care if anyone's gay. You know, it's just I was dating a straight guy, and I was expecting to date a straight guy, but he was DO, which is not fair to me. But anyways, so the guy Peaches went to college with him. And Peaches had ended up like opening up to somebody about how Joey got top, or whatever you want to call it, from Peaches, showing the friend text and everything. So anyways, this friend of Peaches outed Joey like, oh, Joey is gay. Joey got some top from Peaches, whatever. I don't really know all the specifics because this is just like what Ray had told me. So a couple days later, Joey had bumped into Peaches outside in a public like area and fought Peaches for this rumor. And mind you, at the time, I'm still like, dang, I'm still naive. I'm like, dang, that's an allegation. And it wasn't proven. So I was just like, an allegation, whatever. But I still was like, why wouldn't you have told me there were those allegations? Because no shade if there's allegations and it gets that deep, low key, y'all know. And this is no shade to anybody. I just wanted to know, like, if I was messing with somebody who was gay. Like, if he was gay, he could come out and we could be homegirls. Like, I got a gay best friend. Like, we could really, like, do whatever. All three of us could kick it. Anyways. So, it came and went, whatever. I wasn't tripping anymore. I was like, well, I don't know if he's gay. I did have these suspicions. I still don't know. And I'm not here to call nobody gay if they're not. And, so time went by, and me and Joey ended up hanging out again. You know what I mean? Like, we were broken up, but we ended up hanging out. And so I ended up coming over to his place, and we ended up getting drunk. And so I was laying on his bed, like where the pillow is at the top of the bed. And my head's on the pillow, and I'm just chilling there drunk. And my eyes are closed. And then I open my eyes, and like towards the left of the bed, there he is. Yeah, to the left of the bed, there he is with his face down and ass up, like that position, like not arched, but literally head here, butt here, like arched up. And I mean, we were drinking, so I'm thinking like he acting real loose. But that was like the last straw. And I'm not trying to say somebody's gay because they were drunk and ended up sitting. But he wasn't passed out though. He was still able to talk to me. He was like doing that like that was like a comfort position for him, y'all. I was like, what is going on? So anyways, he was in this position and I didn't want him to know that I'm clocking his teeth. So I'm just like, I didn't say anything or whatever. But that was the last straw for me. I'm like, I need to know if this man is gay. Like, I have mentioned it to him previously, like, oh, Ray told me about that story from college, and he was just like, man, that guy was tripping. So I did kind of ask him, and he just denied it. But I really needed to know for myself. So anyways, he ended up falling asleep, not in that position. He ended up getting out of that position and falling asleep. And I knew his password to his phone. It was always the same. So I went through his phone, y'all. I do not go through people's phones. Mind you, we were together for a minute, and I never went through his phone. Probably like once or twice. I never found anything, but I don't go through people's phones. But I had to know. So anyways, come back for part 2 to know what I found in that phone and how I found the tea about this man's sexuality. So this is part 2 to how I found out that my ex was gay through Cash App. So anyways, he had fell asleep and I started looking through his phone or whatever. And the first thing I did was just look through his text messages. I used certain words just to try to see if anything would come up. Mind you, the man didn't have much in his phone, which is weird. Like every time I ever did go through his phone in the past, there wasn't much. Like he would clean his phone every day or something like that. Anyways, so I went through his phone. There wasn't much, but I did see that there was this one thread, and it was a Mexican man. It was a picture of a Mexican man, and it was no name, and it was a number, and the guy's contact photo, and all it was a picture of my ex sent to this man, and it wasn't like maybe like a work picture or anything like that. It was literally like a picture he took of himself like this in the bed, like laid up, and it was like he had I am not even trying to laugh, and he had like this certain like smirk, like he was trying to be cute. I don't know. So anyways, I saw that and I was like, that's weird. But then again, I still wasn't trying to call it anything. Like I was like, okay, that was weird, but oh well, like whatever, next. So then at the time I had this friend who put me onto this whole, like, if you're ever going through someone's phone, look through their Cash App. And mind you, I never did that before. I never thought of it, but it was just a coincidence. Like that week, my friend was talking about going through people's Cash Apps. That's where they dirt is. So anyways, I went through this man's Cash App. And it was a whole bunch going on. A few sends here, a few sends there. Payments here, payments there. Nothing looked too weird until I got to this one payment. It was $100 to... and it looked like a female, like a woman. And something told me to click on it, and I did. And when I clicked on it and I like looked at the picture closer, it was a trans woman. The picture was a trans woman, and I still didn't want to believe it. I was like, and I have nothing against trans women. I totally support trans women, mind you. That's not the problem. The problem is he claimed that that's not what he was into. So anyways, I saw the picture and I assumed it to be a trans woman, and so I took the name and I put it into IG. And as soon as I put it into IG, I find the page that had the same exact photo. And so, come to find out, the girl's page was open. It was a trans woman, and she actually lived in New York. Mind you, we live in California. So I was like, oh, okay, so he got him a little boo, out the way, whatever. And so I hit up the woman, and I didn't know if she was going to respond. I was like, this is kind of weird. I just needed to know. I needed to know. So anyways, I messaged her, and I'm thinking she ain't gonna respond. She responded back in like 2 minutes before I could even leave the Instagram app. Like, I see her text me back, and I was just pretty much like, oh, do you know anyone named Joey? And at first she was kind of like, what the fuck? Like, she did not want to agree. She was just like, no, like, Joey who? We were talking about. Then I explained further, and she still was like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, oh, well, I just saw that, my boyfriend, I lied and said it was my boyfriend. It wasn't, it was my ex. I said, well, I just seen my boyfriend was sending a few, a few Cash Apps out to a bunch of different women. So I was just seeing, if you were this girl. And I guess the fact that I said something about multiple women he was sending Cash Apps to, she was offended. Oh, then she started to get to singing. So once I mentioned that he was sending money to all different girls, I guess that pissed her off. So she was like, actually, yes, I do know Joey. We've been talking for about 3 weeks. So mind you, we've been talking for about 3 weeks. We only hung out one time. I didn't ask how they hung out or like who flew where. It was not my business. I was just like, what? And then she said, we didn't do it, but we messed around. And I don't know what messed around me, but that was enough. And then she was just also like, and he knew exactly who I was, and he knew exactly who I was from the beginning. Like, it was not a surprise. I didn't have to like bring it on to him. He knew exactly who I was. So pretty much that's all she gave me, and that's all I needed. So I was just like, oh, thank you. You know, she was really sweet. Like, I forgot exactly what was said. This was a long time ago. But I do remember, like, our last bits of conversation was just like, okay, girl, you cute, you know. Anyways, so I'm going to give the girl the name TT or whatever. I don't know if I named her already. We're going to name her TT. So anyways, I get on the phone with him, and I pretty much confront him. I'm like, so, who is TT? And he was just like, that's nobody. And I did admit to going through his phone. I was like, well, I seen that you sent TT $100. Like, what's that about? And he was like, cussing me out. He was like, what the F? Why are you going through my phone? Why are you going through my stuff? That's nothing. Like, that was for my friend. Like, he's claiming that the money was sent off of his Cash App to a friend or whatever. And he was just pretty much going off. But at this time, I'm thinking like, you know what? I know what I know. I'm going to stop lying to myself. It is what it is or whatever. And I just said, okay, you got it. And I just ended the phone call. And then after that, I pretty much went no contact, and I didn't even deal with him. Like, that's all that I took from it. So mind you, I'm living my life, and I'm just like, okay, for me, it's 100% facts. Like, it is what it is. There's too many signs. I got the tea from the girl. I didn't really get any receipts, but I was like, whatever. I took it for what it was. You know, I didn't want to keep lying to myself. Like, that's not enough. That's not enough. That's not enough. So anyways, I just let it go, and it's not my business anymore. Move on with your life. I'm going to move on with mine. So anyways, as time goes on, months later, I'm just chilling at my house, and I get a call. And the call is from Joey. And Joey is like, yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for everything. Did you hear what happened? And I'm like, no, I didn't hear what happened. What happened? And he's like, oh, all right, well, nothing. And I'm just like, what is going on? Sorry for what? Why should I be concerned? So anyways, mind you, I don't live in the city we once lived in. I don't keep up with anybody. I don't know the tea. Like, you know, I don't know what's going on. So anyways, I ended up reaching out to someone who lives in the city. And I'm like, what's going on with Joey? Like, he called me saying he's sorry for da-da-da-da-da. And somebody told me, why did Joey's cousin, who was like his best friend, pretty much out him all over social media with all the receipts about him being gay? It was all on social media. I screen recorded everything just for my proof. Anyways, it was receipts with him and other men. And also the story about TT popped up. And also they mentioned that the cousin mentioned, Kate always assumed you was gay. Like, you know, the truth is out. And so anyways, that's what I knew. I was always right, and my intuition was right, and he was. And at the end of the day, I do not judge him for that. I judge him for the fact that you can't just keep it 100. And I know that's not an easy thing to do, but at the same time, it's wrong to be dealing with a woman who's expecting to deal with a straight man. So the moral of the story is, if someone is sus, check that Cash App, check that Zelle. You know, when you're doing these investigations about your man, also make sure and see if he's gay. And also to the TT girl, if you are seeing this, you know it's all love. Like, no shade.
Since TikTok only like messy shit, got a story time for y'all. This is a story on how I found out that my baby daddy was cheating on me at my daughter's birthday party. So boom, my daughter's birthday is on the 4th of July. We gonna start there. The 4th of July, we go to his baby mama's house. Me and her close, we real cool. All the kids playing together. My daughter's party, her actual birthday party, is like a few days after that. I don't really like having her party on the 4th of July because I just don't. So we go. I have an attitude with him this whole day because he was gone that morning for hours to go get a haircut, which we later gonna find out what the nigga was really doing. Going to get a haircut and some fireworks, and my daughter, I was supposed to take my daughter to go see my mom, her other grandmother, and collect her gifts and stuff. So I got an attitude with him because he was going all that time. Now we got to rush to go to the valley to his baby mama house. So boom, we get out there. I got an attitude. Like I said, I got an attitude. So he's peeping my energy. Now he want to argue with me. He like, yeah, you're weird. You could go. You could have an attitude all day. You could go. My attitude is not bad to where everybody's noticing it. Bitch, you notice it because you notice it. The fuck, because it's towards you. So we, he like, give me your keys so I can go get my stuff out your car. Like, you could go. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna get a ride. The bitch didn't have his car at the time. So I throw the keys. They smack him dead in his face. We fighting, like really fighting. Like them keys hitting him in his face triggered him. We're fighting. Everybody, whole day ruined. Well, my day was ruined. My daughter's day was ruined. Everybody else stayed in the pool, had fun, all the shits. Boom. Me and my daughter leave. Fast forward to her birthday party. Me and him are cool, y'all. We cool. He go to the valley to pick up his daughter and the rest of the family and shit. So my friends and my family start coming. My sister comes. She bring a date with her. Let's call him Dion. She bring Dion with her. I never met him before, but I know of him because that's my sister. I know of all her little whoopie whoops. So yeah, she bring him. Everything cool. The nigga vibing. Everybody vibing, drinking. My baby daddy come back and the nigga whole attitude changed. His whole energy just changed, shifts. Like, he's completely thrown off when he see my baby daddy. So I asked him, I'm like, what's up? Like, you got beef with my baby daddy or something? He like, nah, it was just some high school messy shit. Like, I just don't really rock with bro like that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, like, you good. Nobody's gonna do nothing to you at my daughter's party. Like, you know, whatever y'all had going on when y'all was kids is what y'all had going on. Like, nobody on that today. So it's just tickling my baby daddy that the nigga's there. So he keep laughing, keep giggling. So I go up to him. I'm like, what's so fucking funny? Like, you got a problem with him? He like, no. Like, he just, that's just Dion. Like, he whatever. I'm like, nah, it's giving. Like, he too pressured up. I'm like, he too pressured up. You fucked his bitch or something? He just dying laughing. He like, nah. I'm like, I'm gonna leave this alone. It's my daughter's birthday party. I ain't even finna go there with a nigga. So boom, fast forward to a day later. I call my sister. This shit just still on my mind. I call my sister. I'm like, ask that nigga what's up with him and my baby daddy. Like, I need to know the tea. This bitch already had the tea hot and ready. She like, oh girl, he used to fuck with Kelly, and when him and Kelly was dating, your baby daddy was talking to her and X, Y, and Z. So boom, I know this girl. We all went to middle school together. I hit her up. I'm like, you talk to my baby daddy? Mind you, this girl used to follow me on Instagram. She unfollowed me out of nowhere, but was still watching my stories off and on. So you knew me and him was together. You see me posting our daughters together. Like, you knew what was up. So I hit her up. I'm like, yeah, you talked to him? She like, what did he tell you? Before I can't even say anything, she texts me her number. She like, call me. So I get on the phone with her. Me and my sister so messy. I got it on three-way so my sister can hear the conversation. She like, I'm like, yeah. I just tell her this, like, I'm like, yeah, your nigga was, your ex, whoever the fuck he was just at my baby party acting weird because he seen my baby daddy, and now I don't know, like, what's up? She like, yeah, he already told me the story. He told me he seen Dean. Now I'm finna eat this nigga up, because what you go tell this bitch anything for? She like, yeah, he already told me he seen Dean at the party. Dean weird because he assumed me and Cameron was talking because somebody had called me from jail and he thought it was Cameron. That don't even make sense, bitch. But okay, she just telling whatever she wanted to. I'm like, okay, so when the last time you seen him? She like, on the 4th of July. So I'm like, all right, bet. Look, you know me and him fucking around. If you keep talking to him, I'm gonna do something to both of y'all. She like, no, I don't like drama. I don't have time for the messy stuff. Like, I don't wanna be in the middle of this. Like, I'm gonna block him. Like, you don't gotta worry about me talking to him again. Do y'all think the bitch blocked him? Come back for part 2. Okay, my bad, y'all. I took myself on a little date. But anyways, yeah. The bitch lied, talking about she gonna block him with you. Whoop. I'm waiting for him to come home. He already know. I'm pretty sure the bitch called him. He take all day to come home. Mind you, he left to go get me some food. Bitch brought my food, dropped it off at the door, and pulled off. Tomorrow I'm finna go get some weed. Boom. I'm waiting for the bitch to come home, waiting for the bitch to come home. As soon as he walked through that door, boop, 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 boop. You talking to who? You talk to who? Why are you talking to this bitch? That's just the home girl. Let me see your phone. I go through the phone. It's, I love you and I can't take you serious because X, Y, and Z. He not answering the phone. The bitch texting him talking about some you with a bitch. He's with his bitch. Fuck are you talking about? Like, bitches really be delusional. These are the messages before I even hit her up. So these messages from like weeks ago, days ago, all type of shit. And he really did pull up on that bitch on the 4th of July. So now I'm mentally checked out. Like, I'm so cool on this nigga. Like, I'm just so done mentally. The next day, I found out I'm pregnant with our daughter. So now I'm crying. I'm irritated. And what's so funny is the day I found out I was pregnant, I'm on the phone with my sister. I don't know what we was talking about. But this bitch boo-hoo crying. I'm just pissing on the stick. I'm like, oh, it's okay, sister. Like, you're going to be okay. I'm peeing on the stick. I look at the stick. I'm like, oh, I'm pregnant. When I say this bitch stop crying, she looked at me like, oh my gosh, Sade. I'm like, bitch. So mind you, I'm pregnant. He's there while I'm taking a pregnancy test. So I'm like, oh my God. He like, what? I'm like, I'm pregnant. He like, shit. So I'm like, what the fuck we gonna do? He like, what you wanna do? I'm like, what you wanna do? He like, let's go have lunch and just sit down and talk. Like, we just need to have a real conversation. So we talking, and basically he just like, he pumped my head full of lies, girl. He want me to keep the baby, and we gonna be a family, we gonna be together. And I'm just crying, emotional. I don't know what the fuck. So we come to the agreement like, okay, we gonna keep the baby, da-da-da-da. He take me home. He like, oh, he finna go get tatted with his cousin. He like, I'm gonna be right back. Well, he pull off. I left my food in the car. We went to Joey's. I want my leftovers, bitch. He bring my leftovers back. He pull off. This man wasn't even gone for 5 minutes. He called me screaming, they're chasing me. They're chasing me. I'm like, who's chasing you? This nigga's on a full high-speed chase. Boom, he on a high-speed chase, girl, all over LA, all Culver City, everywhere, on the freeway, on the news, in my motherfucking car. So, boom, I'm on the phone, his baby mama on the phone, his mama on the phone. We all on three-way on the phone with him while he's on the high-speed chase, telling him, like, just pull over, just pull over, just pull over. He finally pull over. They take him to jail. It's common sense why he didn't want to pull over, but yeah. Once everything I handled, the nigga pulled over. They take him to jail. Like a day or two pass by. They asking about the car. They like, who owns this car? Da, da, da. We need to talk to her. I'm like, talk to me about what? They like, did he have permission to drive your car? I'm like, yeah, that's my boyfriend. They leave it alone. They don't say nothing else to me for a few days. The man called me. He like, you can come get your car. I'm like, you sure? Like, it was just involved in a whole high-speed chase. Like, I can come pick up my car. He like, yeah. So at first, it was feeling off to me. But I'm like, I need this car. So I'm like, okay. He gave me the number to the tow yard and shit. He like, called them. Like, you can go get your car. I called them. They like, it's a hold on your car. Like, you can't come get nothing. So I called the detective back with my slow, dumb ass. I'm like, sir, they're talking about it's a hold on the car. He like, hold on, let me call them. I'm gonna call you back. He calls them, calls me back. He like, it's not no hold on your car. Your car is not, it's gonna be free. Oh, shit. It's gonna be free to get your car out. Just go up there tomorrow morning. All right, cool. The next morning come and I got my daughter with me. Something just told me, like, drop her off. So I drop her off and his cousin and his homie go with me to go get the car. I pull up to get the car. I'm in there. They take my ID and stuff. I turn around and look at the cameras. It's 5 police cars outside. They come in there talking about some, yeah, you're under arrest. For what? The fuck did I do? Talking about you're the suspect of a robbery. I don't rob people. Boom. Mind you, it's all this shit is happening days after each other. Like 2 days, 3 days after each other. It's like back to back to back to back to back. I can't catch a motherfucking break. Mind you, I just found out I was pregnant 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I'm trying to play it cool. In my mind, I am freaking the fuck out. Bitch, I am not built for jail. I don't give a fuck. I'm not that type of bitch. Boom. They arrest me. I go to jail. Mind you, I skipped some parts. Hold on. Them 2-3 days before I went to go get the car, I'm scrambling up bail money trying to get this nigga out of jail. I pawned both of my chains. I sold one of his chains. All type of shit. Like, I'm ready to sell my dog, and I love the fuck out of Benji. Bad. Bitch, I wanted my nigga home. Bitch, I'm pregnant. I can't do this. I can't. I'm trying to do everything in my power to get this nigga home. Boom. I'm at the place getting my car with all the bail money in hand. Bitch, I'm picking up my car, and then I'm finna go get my nigga out of jail. That's what's in my mind. I'm trying to go get my nigga out of jail. Just dumb. Ugh. The more I think about this story, the more I get mad at myself. But anyways... So, boom, they take me to jail. They let me leave the money with his cousin. I'm like, please go bail him out. Like, get him the fuck out of jail. Like, I can't do this. Boom, I go to jail. No, I go to holding. They talking to me. They questioning me at first. They like, where was your car at this date? When was this? When was that? Who will be driving your car? I'm like, shit, your mama could drive it if she wants to. Like, I'll let everybody drive this car. I'm not gonna lie. Anybody could drive it. They're like, oh, yeah, your car was involved in a robbery on some street at some time. I'm like, shit, I probably was doing hair. I don't know who had my car. I don't know. I don't fucking know. They like, well, you're not telling us what we want to hear. So you're under arrest for robbery. And, yeah. So the officer being funny, he like, this is a hell of a way to start off a pregnancy. Because I told them, I'm like, how long y'all finna be having me sitting here questioning? Like, I'm pregnant, I gotta go to the doctor. Like, I'm just saying anything, trying to get out that room, knowing these people not finna let me go. He like, this is a hell of a way to start off a pregnancy. Like, you should get your boyfriend to talk about the case so you don't gotta take this time by yourself. I said, I ain't going to jail. He said, shit. He was just so sure I was going to jail. I just start crying, boo-hoo, crying. I'm so sad. I'm so irritated. I'm just crying.